Hello, you people out there on YouTube, and welcome back. You're once again watching your friendly neighborhood player slayer, DeathBandit DM, and I'm starting a new segment called Ramblings of a Madman, wherein I will talk a little bit about myself, my influences, the worlds I'm building, the characters that are in my games, and probably a lot of random, just rambling about nothing. For this first session, first little video, I want to do kind of an intro of myself. My name is Garrett. I have been in the tabletop gaming deal since I was about 8 years old. I got into it knowing about D&D but never having played. I I built systems. I built games. I built RPGs, strategy games, all kinds of stuff from the time I was 8 up until recently. I'm still working on a system. A couple of friends of mine are helping me with that. But so I've pretty much been a game builder and a dungeon master most of my life. I'm only 27 now, so it's almost 2 decades I've been doing this. However, I did not officially DM an actual system until I don't know, probably about 3 years ago. I started by running Star Wars Saga Edition for my home group. Then we went from that into Pathfinder, which lost me a lot of players. I don't have a problem with the system. I like Pathfinder, but I'm a math nut. But just for people who are more casual, it seems a little overwhelming, and I lost quite a few players to that system, unfortunately. Then I switched over to D&D 5th edition. I don't know, probably 6-8 months ago. Been doing that since, and I love the system. And I've actually regained some of my home group players. I know if you guys have seen this channel before watching this video, you've probably seen Adventures Through Attlebrim, where I take an interesting group of guys, very casual, the way we run it, very, very casual setup. But I take them through a world that I came up with while, how do I put this? While in kind of a dark place. I guess this is a bit where the title of this comes from, rambling about crazy things. I've used tabletop gaming as an outlet for a lot of my stress. I do suffer from depression, anxiety, and various other things due to chemical imbalances in my brain. But yeah, I came up with the world of Attlebrim during one of those darker periods. It's a combination of Lovecraftian lore and setting. As I'm sure anybody that's watched those videos knows, from the northern part of the continent, a lot of aberrations. The Pale Man is spoilers, a little bit, I guess, based on a very popular character in comic culture, as is the Grey Walker, who is in the southern portion of the continent, which is kind of based a little bit on Avatar: The Last Airbender. At least that's what my influence was for that portion of that world. Because it was a beautiful, peaceful landscape until things started going awry in the north, and then it being known as the Grey Walker, who we'll see if anybody can guess who he actually is based on before the campaign's over. He started bringing in elementals from other planes so that he could combat the problems in the north. Will he succeed? I don't know. I really have no idea. It's probably going to depend on how I feel at the time of that all coming to fruition. Yeah. I actually reached out to one of the players. This is the whole reason that it even got started, because I was in a dark place and I needed people, I needed to socialize, and I needed kind of an outlet for a little bit of my darker fucking imagination. But it's going well. Those guys are having a lot of fun, it seems. I'm having a great deal of fun with that. It does kind of suck when we have to cancel or go, month and a half, whatever, without a session. But life happens. And to any DM, GM out there, whoever gets ticked off at players for not showing up or for canceling last minute or not being frequent or seeming committed, I feel you. It is frustrating, but life happens. And unfortunately, life trumps game. So I guess it's a little bit of advice for people out there that might be listening to my insane ramblings here. Yeah. And then after watching those videos a couple times, one of my friends approached me and about wanting to play, and I told him that I would gladly run a game for him. We just needed players, and thus was born Secrets of the Valley, which is a campaign that I started thinking up when I was in a considerably better place than without Oprah. Hence the more high fantasy feel rather than dark fantasy. It's actually set in a world that I'm currently building, and not just a chunk of world, I'm building a whole planet because that's what I do. Called Malgamere, and on Malgamere there's probably going to be 3 major continents, aside from the Arctic Circle. But one of those continents contains an area known as Castonia. And in Castonia exists a valley that not all too long ago was, okay, I guess in total history, a couple hundred years isn't too long ago, but it was completely overrun with orcs. Any other species that were in there were enslaved and tortured, and beaten. It was bad news for them. And then along came 9 heroes, and they are referred to currently as the 9 saviors. They came through, they united any of the people that were, just hiding out in the valley. They brought some other allies into the valley from outside, and they drove the orcs back. They pretty much wiped them from the face of the valley. And, they set up their kingdom. They have their capital city, which is in the northern portion of the area. It's known as, crud. The name escapes me right now. Where's my map? Well, we'll deal with that later. Because it doesn't look like I have my map with me. But yeah, the capital is in the north. Creston, that's what it is. And that's where, obviously, the king sits with his council. And the current king is one of the descendants of one of the 9. But yeah, and then there's the town of Foston Shore, held together by a cowardly governor, and the fact that it's the only city that really has a coral tin mine, which is a material. It's an organic metal that acts a lot like fire coral. If anybody out there knows exactly what that does, it releases kind of a chemical in the water near itself. It dissipates after the distance, but creates a burning sensation in your skin. And so that's what it does. But yeah, that's where Secrets of the Valley is set. Currently, there's a lot of screwed up stuff happening there. A lot of this is based on information that my players gave me before I really dug into building the campaign. And some of it's based on what I just felt was a really messed up idea. I know connections have actually been made between some of the I guess it would be more tropey things that are going on, and Lord of the Rings. Didn't consciously do that, although, hey, I am definitely deeply influenced by Lord of the Rings. But yeah, so I guess that's a little bit about me and a little bit about my worlds that I'm currently playing in. Well, not playing in, but running. And I don't know. Yeah, it's a lot of everything. I mean, for anybody out there who suffers from depression or anxiety for any reason, PTSD, there's a lot of psychological disorders that people have to deal with every day. And for those of you that don't deal with it, I applaud you and your lives, which is marvelous. But for those of us out there that do, I suggest tabletop gaming as an outlet. I know that a lot of times people can do unhealthy things with their emotions or the problems they're having in life. I greatly suggest tabletop gaming as an alternative, because you can jump into a world, or many worlds, as some of us do, and lose yourself in it for a couple hours. Once a week, once a month, whatever. And really really just let your character do all those things that you wish you could do in reality. I mean, we all have bosses, coworkers, friends that aggravate the crap out of us, and sometimes we want to beat their heads in, metaphorically. Um, but if that's the place you go, if you have anger issues, and you need an outlet, let your character be violent. Play a barbarian, play a fighter, play a maniacal bard who stabs people in the night. Something. Play a Sith, whatever system you get into, whatever game you're playing. Let your character, not the player. Yeah, no, don't let the player do these things. Let your character be your outlet. Okay? Don't sit in your room and think that you're alone. Because you're not. Okay, there's a lot of us that deal with this every day. And when you sit around that table, whatever game you're playing, you should realize right there that you're not alone. Because there's other people right there that are doing the exact same thing. They're letting their characters be an outlet. They are doing crazy things that they would never do in real life. It is very therapeutic. It gives you a release of some kind that you can really grab onto sometimes. I mean, I know a lot of you will watch this and go, "Oh, he's out of his mind," or wow, this guy's just lame. But listen, everybody's got crap. Everybody needs an outlet. And this is a healthy one, I feel. But it does come with a disclaimer. Don't all good things. Can't even go to the store and grab a cup of coffee without there being a warning hot label on it anymore. Don't get lost in it. Okay? Lose yourself in it for a couple of hours. And even in your off time, maybe you're thinking about your character. It's fine. Their background, their story, how they would think. There's nothing wrong with that. It's entirely healthy. However, if your tabletop gaming is beginning to interrupt your life, if you're diving way too deep into it and you're ignoring your job or your schooling, and for those of you in school, do not let this happen. You have to stick with it. But anyway, yeah, don't let it interrupt your life. Okay? It can interrupt your free time. That's healthy. But if it starts becoming problematic, I beseech you to seek out help or talk to your friends. Because maybe you're the kind of person that you need to play a little bit more. Or maybe you're the kind of person that shouldn't play. And there are those people, and I know that. I've met a couple of them in my lifetime. Bad things happened because good people got caught up in something stupid or something that took them away from life for a little while. And also I say to you people out there that don't get it right now. Think about this. At one point, your girlfriend or boyfriend's going to dump you. or your wife or husband or whatever, significant other, are going to have a massive fight. And there's going to be problems. Or you're going to lose a loved one. Okay? These are facts of life. These are things that strike people deeply on an emotional level. And just realize that you're going to go through that. Everybody's going to go through that kind of pain, those problems in life. And if you're not one of the people that I was just talking about, one of the people that really, really needs this as an outlet, one day you just might. Even if it's just for a day. You know? If you have friends that play tabletop games, my bad, don't put them down. Don't criticize them harshly. I mean, we all need a little bit of criticism every now and again, right? But do not come at them harshly. Because you may need them and that weird game that they play one day. It might help. So many things I want to say, so many things that I don't know. Alrighty, guys. I think that's going to be it for me for right now. Hopefully before too long I'll have more of this and it'll be a little bit more coherent. We will dive into the psyches of players and DMs and the mental health benefits of tabletop gaming. Also, in some cases, the physical health benefits of tabletop gaming. I will also be world building and be kind of making a log of that through here. No spoilers for you Secrets of the Valley fans or Adelbrim fans, but the worlds at large will be discussed. And it will be kind of a diary for me at sometimes. Just a little stress relief in front of a camera. Because another healthy outlet, everybody. All right. That's it for me. Your friendly neighborhood player slayer, the DeathBandit DM. And hey, guys, you know the shtick. It's YouTube. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you like me. If not, whatever. I'll see you later. Bye.